Come on, come on. There you go. So start Photoshop, you guys, and then go on the net also. We're going to go on the internet to pick up a picture to clean it up. Alright, now I open the internet. Take a picture. And the send picture. Hey, there's a picture we can adjust. That should work at first. Let me save that. There's an extra feature we can get rid of in purpose. Alright. Now I'm going to open that picture, that shell stuff, that sand in Photoshop. First of all, the manual of tiling, alright, of tiles, and not seamless tiling, but of tiles for video game, it's got to be a power of 2. Video game tile equal power of 2. What is a power of 2? Can someone give me an example of a power of 2?
32.
32 by?
64.
32 by 64, that's a power of 2. I agree. That's a rectangle power of 2. Alright, exactly. 32 by 32 would be a square power of 2. The reason it wants a power of 2, it's for 2 reasons mainly. For 3D game, you have to because the graphic cards are power of 2 and they're displaying in real time using OpenGL or DirectX. So if you text you another power of 2, it won't even display. Alright? That's number 1, that's for 3D game. For 2D game, it is already rendered. Okay? Doesn't need to be rendered using OpenGL or DirectX. Alright, you guys? So the power of 2, you can get away without it. But making a playfield, what you need to remember is that, and we talked about it last class, a game engine is done this way, works this way. A 2D game engine works this way. Let's say that's your screen, alright? Alright? Which is basically a X, Y grid. In a 3D game, it's X, Y, Z. Okay? This is pretty big what I'm doing by 1 pixels, alright, you guys? Let's say that 1 square is 1 pixel. Alright? And the engine is going to basically snap your art depending on that grid. So, the grid is a power of 2 by pixels. If your art is a power of 2, do you think it's going to snap properly? Yes. It's not perfect like Lego. Alright? You'll have no hole. If you don't have a power of 2, you will get holes because if let's say you have one that is not a power of 2, it'll come right here to the edge, let's say of that one. And it'll snap it here. The other one will snap here. So you'll have a hole in the middle. Okay, guys? So that's one of the reasons in 2D we need that. Okay, so let me see that size of that picture. You go in the image right here. And you go to size, image size, so we can see that. 800 by 435, 34. So that means we can do a 512 by 512 easily, all right? Because it's got it in. Okay, just the width, but we don't want the whole width anyway because we don't want that little thing right here. So we're gonna go in the size marquee right here, rectangle marquee, which I showed you last week, which is selections. You're gonna click on the style right here and select normal. You're gonna switch to fixed size, right there. And now the fixed size, you're in pixel px, you're going to put 512 by 512. And you are going to click in your screen on the side. And you're going to adjust it to the side right here. Alright? Now you're going to crop it. Right here. Okay? So now, we know we are seamless everywhere beside on those side right here, on the top side also. Okay? Now what we're going to do is that first, should I just do it like that or do I need to get rid of something? right here on my screen. Is there something that's bothering me?
Rock.
Yeah, the shell stuff. Yeah, the rock, the shell, it's a shell. But same situation, you guys. So I'm going to use the cloning tool. Right here you have a little cloning tool. It's called Clone Stem Tool. Just click on it and you can select the size. Be careful if you're using, that's big enough right here. You have a hardness. If it's totally soft at 0 in the hardness, then it gets blurry on the outside. So be careful. You lose the definition of your picture and you'll get some blur. So you're going to make sure the hardness is at 100%. Alright? And now I'm going to select just next to it. Alright, by clicking on Alt on your keyboard and clicking on my left mouse button, and I'm going to basically erase it. So it's gone. It's not there anymore. Alright? Fairly simple for everyone. Any question on that? Alright. Now, you are going to do the seamless part now. That's all it gets down to it. So to do the seamless part, we are going, well, you see that one right here, the little white thing right here, that might reappear, but we'll do some testing on that soon. Okay, the seamless part right here, we're going to offset it. Alright? So we keep it selected, and we are going to go into filter. We're going to make it seamless, basically. Alright? And you're going to go into other, right here, and select offset. Right there. Now the offset is going to appear right here. And you have a horizontal button, so you move it. Alright. And there's not much seam on mine, a little bit in the middle, you can see it right here. See the seam right there? Going all the way down. It's not that bad. Sand is pretty good for that. And we have one right here that will should be a little bit more predominant, so we can see. Oh no. Right here. We have a good seam that we can see it right there. See how we have an offsetted thing? So now the sides are totally seamless. When it's not seamless, it's in the middle right there. Alright, you guys? Now, what I'm going to do, I said, okay. And I'm going to take my healing brush. The healing brush is right here. 2 spots up from the clone stamp. On the healing brush, you click on it and you select healing brush tool right there. And you are going to zoom in so we can see the seam right there. We can definitely see it right there. You see the seam? Alright, that seam right there and the seam going up right here. Okay, we're going to use the healing brush now right there to do the same thing we've done with the cloning. The only thing, we do not want to touch the side right here. We're going to do 2 offsetting to get rid of that little side. We do not want to touch that side right here. So we're going to go next to it, close to it, and we're going to go right like that. Up and it disappears. And you play with that until it's gone. Bless you. Don't touch the side. Alright? And I'm going to do the same thing for up and down, for right here in the middle. Alright, now we're going to offset it one more time to make sure it's perfect. And we don't see any errors, we're good to go. Maybe a little bit in the middle right here, there you go. And that's pretty much it. Now we have a seamless tile, okay? And we are going to test it to see how seamless it is. And to test that, let me save that right just a second though.